All right, hey everyone, it is time for basically pretty much the last Wotv video of the year. It's the last important Wotv video of the year. And so it's been a heck of a year, 2022. Ups, downs, middles, lefts, and rights, uppercuts, and shoryukens. There has been plenty of things to both celebrate and admire this entire year. Some people have had really good luck. Some people have had awful luck. Some people have had everything in between. We've had tons of characters enter the game and make a difference. So today we're going to be giving out some awards, and the awards, boy, I didn't think too terribly much about this. We'll be getting the Fat Cat seal of approval. This is the closest thing to a Final Fantasy thing that was in arm's reach. So congratulations. You will get, these characters will get their honorary Fat Cat medals in the mail sometime before end of service. We'll see about that. All right, so 2022, obviously, I'm going to try and give an award for what I think is the best character in each element. Then we're going to decide which is the best character overall. And I'm also going to announce my favorite side story of the year, what I thought was the best collaboration, and what was the best overall upgrade for the game. I think some of these will be pretty obvious, but even if, let's try and have some fun, shall we? So taking a look at the Wotv 2022 awards. Now, before we get too far into this, let's just be totally honest. Don't take this too seriously. Everyone has had their own experiences this year. This is mine, but I have tried to also include what I think is generally going to be agreed is overall positive, the most positive thing for that element with that character. So first off, let's start with Fire. We're going to skip Dark for a second. So Fire. Fire really didn't have too terribly much looking back at the entire year. It did have a lot of great units, and some that lasted, some that didn't. And still, for most of the year, let's be honest, Fire is actually kind of dead for most of the year. And only it came alive very recently with a couple of really great characters that were in the evasion category. You know, Valentine Eldira didn't make as big of a splash, but was pretty good back when she first came out. But if I'm to give a award to what I think is the best Fire unit overall, I'm just giving it to Yuffie. Yuffie, an fantastic little evade character that I think has some really unique stuff. Now, whether or not she'll be ever good enough to truly make the difference, but you know what? I basically looked at it this year. It came down between her and the Dragon Quest character Pizarro, and I gave it to Yuffie just because she has a more unique and kind of interesting kit, and she has been actually proven to do quite well. And I think she's really brought Fire Evasion quite well together as being that third member. So for those reasons, and basically those reasons alone, that's who I am giving the award to. And yeah, that's as much as I'm going to say for that. So next up, we are going to be giving it for Ice. And Ice is... There were a lot of really good Ice units this year. Ice had a fantastic year between Snow, between, Rafal getting upgrades, Eliza, Zoma, Barris still being incredibly strong, Barrett's upgrades. A little bit on that last one. But there's only one unit that I think can really take home the prize this year, and that is Alaya. Alaya was an incredibly popular character, but more than that, I really think that she is just the better. Eliza does get points for being cheaper costed, but Eliza's kit is just so good and so powerful, and she has carried me through most of the year, especially against the wind domination. And you know what? Eliza was a very close second, and I even think Zoma was one of my favorites too this year. But I really wanted to give it to Alaya because she was just the strongest. Next up is Wind, and Wind, boy oh boy, is this just the most contest ever. I mean, sure, there were quite a few wind characters again this year. The Dali, even a new, technically not really Warrior of the Crystal. I mean, like the Void character, Rizal did come out, and she was really good, but let's be honest, of all the characters, Flag Glassy, I mean, she's just way too popular to lose this, but also, I mean, her kit's just the most complete thing ever. It's so versatile. It's so unfair, the fact that she has like reflex in her kit, that she has like good defense penetration, good accuracy, lots of dispel, extra resistances, you know, extra bonus. She can get rid of gut, she can get rid of auto revive, she can decrease wind, she can extend chains. Just probably like overall just an absolutely incredible unit. I don't think I need to validate this. Flag Glassy definitely was one of the best characters here. Hands down. Alright, next up is Earth. And Earth this year didn't feel quite as good, honestly. Like, yes, it did have some good stuff, and it did get some good upgrades, but overall, I was kind of leaving the year feeling less than impressed with Earth. But if we're going to give it to someone, I'm going to give it to Queen Macherie because, and this was close, I was tempted to put the Earth Fist unit, Urula, and mainly because I just liked her and I liked her side story and everything. But Queen Macherie is really strong and has become an essential Earth unit. So yeah, I mean, this one didn't feel quite as close because I still, at the end of the day, am picking Macherie and feel very confident about choosing her as the best unit in that element for the year. Next up, Lightning. And Lightning is the one element I am cheating on this list because, first of all, Lightning herself. I mean, how else could Lightning not be nominated and voted for Best Lightning Unit? She was incredibly strong when she came out. She's still incredibly strong between the slash and the ranged capabilities. She's definitely been in a lot of Lightning units. I mean, I would have put Skahal, but I'm less and less impressed as that goes on because it seems like there are ways of figuring out now around how to get that. But here's the thing. We're actually having two Lightning units because if there was one unit this year that impressed me almost more than anything else, and especially a lot more than a lot of the 90 costs, don't know what happened there, let me just fix that, it's Resnick. Resnick is just an incredible unit. She made the Skahal comp work. She's been in so many Lightning teams. She is so powerful, so influential, and she is not 100 cost, and all of that, and it deserves a spot on this list. I'm going to give it to her. Congratulations to Resnick tying Lightning. Two different reasons, but I think those units are the best there. All right, next up is Water. And Water this year, there really was only a couple of choices from my perspective, and I'm going with the obvious one, Astrius. A unit that is still in rotation, and especially heavily whenever water is used. This unit has been around since January 1st of last year, and has probably been the most long-lasting unit this year in terms of really what feels like use. Still great when he came out, absolutely massive on the meta, and with Celeste too, it was just absolutely meta domination. So congratulations, Astrius, you truly deserve this. Preen will get runner-up, from my opinion. And next up, Light, the Light Element. The Light Element here, you know, I looked back through the entire year and I was just like, wait a minute, there were light units that came out this year, right? Like, I honestly can't think. There was a lot of upgrading for light units and not really that much in terms of actual light units. So the light unit I ended up choosing was Elena. I mean, overall, she was one of the few new units that came out this entire year for the light element, and one of the few impressive ones. She did make a splash, but mostly I have to say that looking back on Light this year, boy, did it feel like nothing on JP. I might be even forgetting a character, but I don't think I am. Now, returning back, boy, oh boy, Dark has had an absolutely fantastic year with lots of great units and everything like that, lots of great upgrades. And while I would love to give this Fat Cat Medal Award to the low cost unit, I'm just not. It's Sephiroth. Didn't think we were getting this unit this year. Very powerful unit, very versatile. Absolutely fantastic kit. Rivals Flag Glacius, in my opinion, and just a really powerful unit. I did have a hard time kind of choosing a little bit between Majin Fina, because I do think Majin Fina is quite up there in terms of performance. But I gave it to Sephiroth just because overall felt like just the better unit this year. So there you go. There we have my overall list of units. Now we're going to come back to best unit of the year. But first off, a couple of other ones. First off, best collaboration. And this year, we've had a bunch of collaborations, haven't we? I mean, technically, if I was including it this year, I would include the Persona 5 one. But the absolute best collaboration this year is none other than Dragon Quest. And the reason you might be wondering, I mean, you're probably saying, but Umbra, that's not a Final Fantasy one. Final Fantasy VII had Sephiroth, for God's sake. How can you not choose that? Very easily. Dragon Quest had great work done on the characters. It had some, unique content to it. But more importantly, it's the only collaboration that we've gotten on JP with an actual story. I've harped on this for way too long at this point. But Dragon Quest was the best collaboration of the entire year. I mean, I like 13 as well. And it was nice to see a lot of older collaborations get squeezed in. But Dragon Quest had the most effort it put into it, so congratulations to Dragon Quest. If I was to pick a worst of the year, well, maybe that's a separate video. All right, best side story. Now, best side story, I'm not going to ditter around too much with this because side stories kind of died off in the last little bit of the year. But I think my favorite was by far the Queen Masher. It came in. It came in with a new version for her as well as Glassy, and I really like that because it gave us a couple of upgrades as well. And yeah, I don't know. It's just my favorite. I like this one the best. If you don't like that, well, whatever. Make your own list. And last but not least, best upgrade to the game. I was trying to save space, so I didn't quite say that. But the best upgrade, in my opinion, to the game, very easy. It is background farming. If there was something that kept a lot of frustrated players still playing this year, it was the inclusion of background farming, which made less wear and tear on our phones, more easy to just deal with, and has considerably smoothed out life in general. So yeah, I mean, it's really made things way more streamlined in the game and way better. There's no way I could not choose background farming. I mean, maybe I'm forgetting something. Guild raid and all of this. All of those are nice in terms of content, but in terms of Wotv's main, gameplay loop of farming stuff, boy, does background farming make a big difference. And I did make an award for this, but best upgrade to an actual unit. I'll just tell you right now, it's Skahal. Skahal got the best upgrade. From a unit that was basically not thought about anymore to a unit that actually won a PvP tournament or helped win a PvP tournament, it's definitely Skahal. I mean, again, I cannot stress this enough. He helped win a tournament, and I never would have thought that in 1,000 years. All right, so there you go. those are all my Wotv awards for best. Maybe I'll make a video for worst as well, but I haven't thought about that quite yet. So how are we going to end this? Well, we're going to choose the best unit of the year. And the best unit of the year will, of course, be chosen through Gacha. Now, the rules here are simple. Whoever gets up to 3 votes first, or 3 wins on the spinner, is going to be our unit of the year, because this is a gacha game, and what other better way to choose the best unit than just plain gacha? So we just roll it, see, and we'll just see how long this goes. So first off, congratulations, 1 vote for Yuffie. Flag Lassie did not get one. She was just there for a testing. So, number 2. All right, we got 1 for Resnick. It'd be great if a 90 cost unit won this year instead of a 100 cost. All right, next up, 1 for Sephiroth. We're still going. Go a little bit faster. We don't want this video to be 6 hours. Astrius. All right, congratulations, Astrius, for getting 1 vote. Oh, Queen Macherie, another vote for her, first vote, I should say, for her. All right, now we're in the danger zone. We are actually in the danger zone. Sephiroth is at 2, so he just needs 1 more to get there. But hey, it's gacha. Anything can happen, right? Oh my goodness, Queen Macherie is coming in hot with 2 as well. Oh, but it's not over yet. Alaya gets her first vote. Queen Flag Lassie is 0. Oh my goodness. Elena is 0 as well, but that's okay. Oh man, 2 for Alaya. Oh. Is this going to be the end? Is this going to be the end? No, it's not. Lightning gets her first one. All right, so everybody has 1 except Flag Lassie and Elena. That's funny. All right, Astrius goes up to 2. There's lots of possibility. This is going to be our last spin. But it's not! Oh my goodness, Flag Lassie gets 1, stealing it away from Queen Macherie. All right, so Elena is in the dumpster at this point. All right, is this going to be the end? Warrior of Light. Warrior of Light wasn't actually on here. I said Elena, but that's just a misprint from earlier when I was testing. So that's 1 for Elena. All right, everybody got 1 point. Now we can feel good about ending it, right? Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Is that it? Is that it? That is it. That is it. So, with a grand total of 3 votes, guess what? Hold on, wait. Nope, that's not the. Oh my goodness. This. Hold on. Just pretend this never happened. Congratulations, Astrius, our 2022 Wotv Best Unit of the Year. Congratulations to him. You will get your 2nd Fat Cat medal. Now, this is the 2nd award tonight for Astrius, and we'd like to thank him so much. He's a bit of a prick, so he didn't actually show up to the award ceremony. Astrius, buddy, are you... He's not showing up. He's not showing up, is he? That's unfortunate. Oh wait, here he is. Congratulations, Astrius. Do you have anything to tell the people at home this evening about how good you feel about winning out? It's very stiff competition this year. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Because of that, of course, he is going to be put on my main screen for the next 2 weeks as being congratulatory winner unit of the year. So congrats so much to that. But, all right, to end the video, in all seriousness, we are say my pick for my serious pick, because we did the gotcha one. We're going to do my actual serious pick for best character of the year, and that is Flag Glassy. If there was a unit this year that I saw more than anything else, if there was a unit that was more popular than her, I cannot imagine on the JP side. A unit that everybody scrambled to get and has been so influential for so many teams, and just still, no matter what, like I see win teams constantly, and far more often I see Sadali cut for different units rather than Flag Glassy. She really is just one of the best units the game has ever seen, and honestly, I mean, I really do like basically everything about this unit, from her design to her weapon. Glassy herself is just a top-notch character in the story and everything, and one of the characters that I think has the the least complaints about her overall. So yeah, while Astrius definitely won our contest this year, Flag Glassy is the one that I am picking as my Wotv 2022 best character. Now, of course, everybody has their own opinion, so please, in the comments below, share your opinions about what you think is the best character in Wotv 2022, and look forward to 2023 when our best character of the year will probably be End of Serval. But who knows? Anyway, so thanks so much for watching. Take care and see you in the future.